The emotional roller coaster that is motherhood began the day that I found out that I was pregnant. I walked around for days with this giddy smile, this secret joy all pent up inside of me. Then came the fatigue and the morning sickness, and I don't know why they call it that. It's more like all-day sickness. But just when I thought that I couldn't take it another day, I felt those first little bubbles, those butterflies. I can't even describe it. I knew that the aches and the pains and the insomnia would eventually go away, and I would be left with a child to love and to raise. And I felt so blessed and so unworthy and so afraid.
Middle school. Oh, you know, it was bad enough the first time around, but I think it's even worse to relive it through my daughter. For the most part, she's still my sweet girl, but she's quieter now. Oh, I miss those talks that we used to have after school when she'd tell me all about her day. And now, when I see sadness in her face, I find those wadded up tissues underneath her bedroom pillow, I just want to know who or what hurt her. I keep reminding myself that this separation's all a healthy part of growing up. But the mama bear in me still wants to go back to those sandbox days when I can defend my baby from the bullies. She's gonna survive all this, I know. Just not sure I will.
I'm exhausted. I get maybe 4 hours of sleep a night if I'm lucky. All my clothes are covered in spit-up stains. I need a shower, my toilets need cleaned, and my laundry is apparently reproducing in the night. My sweet little girl can melt my heart when she gives me that gummy grin or she laughs that squeaky little laugh. But these past 4 months, while she has screamed with colic and I've paced the floors rocking and singing, I think that I'll never make it, or she won't. I think of all the sleepless nights still ahead of me, and I think, God, how am I going to do this?
My oldest son just got his driver's license this week. Is it possible to die of anxiety? I mean, I haven't been this sleep deprived since he was in diapers. He's a responsible kid and all, but it's hard to give up that protective mother role. I never realized in the past that when I thought I was giving God control, I was really still playing navigator. But this time I can't. And I keep telling myself that God loves my son even more than I do, and he can protect him better than I can. I tell myself not to borrow trouble, that God will give me what I need when I need it. But it's still not easy. In fact, it's been the toughest thing I've had to do yet.
I'm about to lose my mind. My 2-year-old had a milestone week. She got a hold of a permanent marker and decorated my living room carpet and the brand new couch. She also refuses to keep her diaper on, which has left me several unpleasant messes to clean up. And to top it all off, today she figured out the child-proof locks. While I thought she was napping, she escaped out the side door and toddled a 1/4 mile down the street before my neighbor saw her and brought her back home. I handed her off to my husband tonight and said, please take her. I can't do this.
So, I had just gotten pretty well adjusted to the empty nest. Our youngest went off to college this year when I found out that Mom's sick. I keep thinking, this shouldn't be happening, not yet. I love my mother and she deserves all the care I can give her. But it's exhausting, both emotionally and physically. I'm spending hours on the phone with her or going with her to the doctor appointments. I'm cleaning her house and bringing her food. And oh, this week I had to take away her driver's license. You know, at first she was furious and then she just cried. It was horrible. This whole parenting the parent thing, it's so hard. And I don't know what I'm gonna do, and there's no one to walk me through it.
I dropped off my baby at kindergarten today. I have no idea where the time went. I was beside myself thinking that I don't have a daughter who's going to fit in my lap anymore, or who's going to mispronounce coleslaw as cold slop. I called my mom up sobbing, asking her how I was going to get through this. I could almost hear her smile over the phone. She said, "Baby, there's an old saying that goes, don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened."
Mom's been gone for several years now, but there's not a day that goes by that I don't wish I could talk to her. I thought of her this morning as I was looking through some old pictures from when my kids were little. I was remembering how those years, they were so wonderful, and yet they were so hard. At times I thought I'd never get it right, and I wondered if Mom ever felt that way. But as I leafed through 2 decades of photos, I realized that I had done all those things I thought I couldn't do. I could see how much I had grown and changed. And I knew that I hadn't done that on my own. And at that moment, the thought hit me that God didn't create strong and selfless beings and call them mothers. He created women, and He gave them the opportunity to be made strong and selfless by motherhood.